Right, so I told you, right, in 2018 essay, they have told this fact, right? LP gas, it has propane and butane. 2022 MCQ, they have asked it in the MCQ, right? What are the constituent elements in LP gas? So you should know by doing past papers what LP gas consists of. So that's the importance of doing past papers, right? So when you check B part, right, in the second question, which is in our tutor second question, but you know in 2018 sixth question, B part, right? So what is happening there is this, right? So they're asking us, now they have mentioned that fact and they have told us what is meant by hydrocarbons, right? So they have told they have asked us what is meant by hydrocarbons, right? We know that hydrocarbons mean, so what is hydrocarbon? It is organic compounds. That's the first word that you must write. Organic compounds, okay, because organic means carbon containing compounds, right? Organic compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen only. Okay, the word only must be there, right? You can't just say organic compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen. No, right? It must have the word only as well, right? Only, right? So yeah, so organic compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen only, that is must be there. Okay, so that's the first question answer. You can allocate marks by looking at the past paper how they have allocated, right? I'm just going to neglect the marks thing at the moment, right? Because what matters is you know the answer, right? So second question, they have asked us, to which series of hydrocarbons do propane and butane belong? So what are the series of hydrocarbons that you know, right? You do know that hydrocarbons is divided into three as alkane, alkene and alkyne. Okay, so these are the series of hydrocarbons. So obviously you can see that propane and butane, it is nothing other than alkane. So alkane is the answer. So by the suffix "ane" itself you can figure out that it is an alkane, right? It cannot be alkene or alkyne. So the answer to that is alkane. Okay, so it's the alkane group. So that's the answer for second part A, the series of hydrocarbons that they are asking. And then they have told what is the common formula related to the hydrocarbon series you stated above, right? So what is the common formula? What is the common formula? The common formula is, you know that alkane, the common formula is CnH2n plus 2, right? You know that. So that's the answer for that. What about, okay, I'll just talk about the extra facts, right? Alkene, then alkene is CnH2n. What about alkyne? Alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. Okay, so the answer to that is alkane CnH2n plus 2. So that's the answer for that. Okay, right, so that's about that question. So about the next question, I'll just tell you, right? So balancing the chemical equation relevant to the combustion of butane is as follows, right? See, now this question is chemical balancing equations. It's something that has to be super easy for you, right? So balancing the chemical equation also, I'll just tell you how you can do it, right? You can just get an idea. But the fourth part I will not do it, right? Fourth part I'll just let you know whether it is you know, exothermic, endothermic, right? Okay, so third question, right? C4H10, okay, plus 13O2, okay, so they have said this is X, and it gives rise, now you have to write it linear, okay, so I'll write it like this, YCO2, don't get confused, okay, you can write it linearly, you have to write it linearly, but since I might not have enough space, I'm writing it this way. Okay, so now what you can see here on the left hand side, on the right hand side, okay, I'm going to check, okay, for carbon, for hydrogen and for oxygen. Okay, so now carbon, okay, carbon, how many it's having? Carbon is having 4, okay, for now 4x, 4 times x is 4x, right? So hydrogen is 10 times x, it is 10x on the left hand side of the equation. Now this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. So that's how we are saying, right? So this is the left hand side because the one that is before the arrow, or simply you can say reactants and product. But for me, what is easy, I'm just saying this is left hand side, this is right hand side. Okay, so oxygen, it's 13 times 2 on our left hand side. Okay, in the next few questions also we have a few balancing, I guess. You can try that on your own. Okay, I will not balance the next few questions. Okay, so this I'm just going to show you. Okay, so R, okay, this is right hand side. Okay, don't think too much what is R, it's right hand side. How many carbons it's having? It has only Y. How many oxygens it's having? 2Y. 2Y plus, there's here also, right? 10 times 1, it's 10. Okay, hydrogen, now how many hydrogens are having? 10 times 2, which is 20. So this is the easiest way. If you love mathematics, you can do it this way. But if you feel like, no, I can just logically find it, because logically you will miss out a lot of things. So it's very risky, right? So that's why I don't recommend doing like that. Okay, so now I'll write this on top. Okay, so what I can do here, okay, what I can do here is this. So I can first find, I would say I can find x, I can find this, right? So 10 times x is 20 means, 10 times x gives 20 means, x is 2, right? 20 divided by 10, it is 2. So x has to be 2. So let's replace x with 2. Now it's balanced, now this is balanced. Okay, it's risky, don't touch on this yet. Okay, just first touch on the easy ones. Okay, so if x is 2, then this is 4 times 2, it's going to be 8. 4 times 2 is going to be 8. So that means y is 8. Okay, and then we'll touch on this. 13 times 2 is 26. Okay, 13 times 2 is 26. 2y plus 10. Okay, 2y equals 16 and y is equals to 8 again, right? So y is equals to 8. So isn't it very fine? Earlier y was 8 now, so now we know y is 8. Okay, so now see, 2 times 8 is what? 16. 16 plus 10 is 26. So it's balanced on that side and this side as well. So it's balanced, right? Nothing to worry. So it's all verified. So you can do it this method also, but if you have any other logical methods to do it, you can do it that way also. So yeah, so that's the answer for that. X is equals to what? 2. Okay, and y is equal to 8. So that's the answer for that question, right? And yeah, so the answer for that, okay, the fourth part, right, A is exothermic. I'm not going to tell why is it exothermic, that's not needed because that's a whole different lesson, right? A is exothermic, okay, and B is like this, it looks like this, okay, C3 H8 plus 5O2, or you can just say that as the reactants, and then 3CO2 plus 4H2O, or products, okay, and this is the energy. Okay, so that's the answer for that question. Okay, so that's it with the 2018 sixth question. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.